Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Myself A.SEETHA, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Information Technology, SC Engineering College, Chennai. Now I am going to talk about TCP IP protocol stack in computer networks. So first of all, what is a TCP IP protocol? Means it is a transmission control protocol and internet protocol. It is a second OSI reference model of computer networks. And first one is OSI reference model and second one is TCP IP protocol reference model. First of all, TCP IP protocol is fundamental framework for computer networks. Then it stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. It is a core protocols of Internet. Then this model defines how data should be transmitted over the network and ensure reliable communication between the number of devices. Next, TCP IP reference model is the 4-layer architecture. This network model is used to current network architecture. It was developed by Department of Defense Project Research Agency, and then the main idea of TCP IP protocol is to connect the remote machines. So remote machines is connect the number of machines, and then it is used to allow the number of machines, allow the number of more applications. Then next, it is a small difference between OSI reference model and TCP IP reference model. This TCP IP reference model is implementation of OSI reference model. Some modifications will be done on the OSI reference model because of previous OSI reference model having 7 layers of architecture, but this TCP IP reference model is 4-layer of architecture. Next, it consists of 4-layer architecture. That 4 layers are, first one is application layer and second one is transport layer and third one is internetwork layer and fourth one is data link layer and physical layer. This data link layer and physical layer is called as host to network layer, but the previous OSI reference model having straightly it's a data link layer and physical layer, but here called as host to network layer. Next, first of all, we see the host to network layer. So what is the host to network layer means? It is a combination of data link layer and physical layer. So it is a combination of data link layer and physical layer. It is used to responsible physical transmission of the data and also define the protocols. So already we know the protocols is a set of rules for transmitting the number of data. That is for protocol. So IP address is one of the protocol of this computer networks. Then it connect the host. So source to destination, because of we have a number of information to transfer the source to destination. Next, second layer, internetwork layer. This internetwork layer is called as internet layer. Then it is a main responsible for transmit the packets independently. Then packets may not receive in the same order. Example, we have a source and destination. So source have a number of packets of data 1, 2, 3, 4 and then destination also having the same number of data 1, 2, 3, 4, but may not receive in the same order. It will be changed to the receiver side. Receiver side means sender to receiver. So maybe 2, 3, 1, 4. This like should be transfer the data from source to destination. Then next, it have some functions. It have 3 functions. First one is packet delivery and second one is routing and third one is congestion control. So what is the packet delivery means? It's time to travel the transmitter to receiver of the data. So that is for packet delivery. And then routing. So routing means choose the path, one or more machines. Okay, that is for routing. And third one is congestion control. So congestion control is one of the mechanism. Okay, for used for control the entry of data packets into the number of networks. That is for congestion control. Then Next one is a transport layer. The transport layer is used to segmenting and splitting of data. So segmenting and splitting of data, it is used to receiver side. It's a very flexible and reliable for receiving the data. At the same time, time consuming also used to that segmenting and splitting of data. And then second one is that decide to send the data entire single part or multiple part or parallel part. For example, we have a two part. One is a single path and another one is a multiple path. The multiple path is called as parallel path. So now see the example of here having sender and receiver. Sender have a single path, but sender give a request at the same time it's a response. It is a request and response. Next, so it is a single path. Next, it have a multiple path, sender and receiver side. So it's giving a request for receiver and then take response for sender side. So it is a single path, it is a multiple path. The next, let's break the data into small units which are handled efficiently by the layer. Because of each and every user, so send some data from source to destination. That time it is divided into number of segmenting or splitting of data at the same time. So divided into small units of data. Divided into small units of data means so efficiently. Okay, handle the user is very efficiently by their layer. Then next, finally transmitting the error-free and end-to-end delivery of packets and segmenting of data so used for transport layer. Next, application layer. The application layer is combination of session layer and presentation layer. In the previous OS reference model having directly session layer and presentation layer, but this application layer is a combination of session layer and presentation layer. Then next, the interface of the host. The interface of the host. Host means the first host network layer. The first host network layer is a service provided by the transport layer. Because of the transport layer transmitting the data from source to destination, and then it includes number of high level protocols. It have four protocols. First one is a telnet, and second one is FTP, and third one is SMPT, and fourth one is DNS. Telnet means two-way communication. So two-way communication means source to destination. We have a single path means it's going to be stored the single path with the request and the response. At the same time, so multiple path means so getting the information from the receiver side. So multiple path. Then FTP. So mainly FTP used for transmitting the file data to sender to and receiver. And then SMPT. SMTP is the main concept of transferring the electronic mail. Okay, email. So that email is called as a transport electronic mail. Next, DNS. So DNS is a resolves IP address and textual information. So DNS is a domain name system. This domain name system used to UDP, user datagram protocol, so transmitting the sender to and receiver side. The next one. Difference between TCP and IP. Okay, TCP IP is a TCP already we know that it is a transmission control protocol and IP is a internet protocol. So TCP is a connection oriented protocol. IP is a connectionless protocol. Maximum is IP address used for network layer. Okay, the purpose of TCP is ensure reliable, ordered and error checked delivery of data between the number of applications. So if transmission layer, some data transfer to source to destination means each and everything should be covered in the TCP machine. So ensure reliable, ordered and error checked delivery of data and between application. But that IP address provides number of addressing and routing packets of some across the networks. So going to next one. Next, TCP IP protocol stack. So TCP IP protocol stack is already we know that it is a 4-layer of architecture. It's called as OS reference model. This OS reference model occurring in the 4-layer of architecture. But this OS reference model is a 7-layer of architecture. 7-layer of reference model. First one is application layer, and second one is a transport layer, and third one is a network layer, and fourth one is network access layer. That application layer is a combination of session layer and presentation layer. That session layer, presentation layer is combined with the application layer. And the next one is transport layer. So directly come to the TCP IP model also transport layer. Then next one is network layer. That network layers come under the inter-network layer of TCP IP reference model. The finally data link layer and the physical layer is a combination of network access layer. So these four layers for TCP and IP reference model of this computer networks. And then TCP IP protocol stack functions. So first layer 1 is a application layer. This application layer depends upon number of functions. First one is email. If it is email, we are using for SMTP. SMTP is a simple mail transfer protocol. And then second one is SNMP. SNMP is a simple network management protocol. Next finally number of web services. So web services are using www HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. So the number of other services also used in this application layer. And the next one is a second two, transport layer. This transport layer used to transmitting the data from sender to receiver side. If it is sender to receiver side, sending the data means it is error-free, end-to-end packet delivery. Everything should be done in the TCP layer. Okay, it is for end-to-end message integrity and the error recovery. Then next layer 3. Layer 3 is a internet layer. Internet layer is a connectionless and best effort packet delivery. So that's why we are used for internet layer. This internet layer is called as inter-network layer. And then fourth layer. So fourth layer is network access layer. So at most any network technology accessing in the network access layer. Then next we can solve the number of previous gates questions. So first question is the protocol data unit, PDU for the application layer in the internet stack is GATE 2012 questions. So the answer is, we have four answers. First one is segment, and second one is a datagram, and third one is message, and fourth one is frame. The correct answer is C, message. So why we are choosing C means, so explanation, the protocol data unit for the application layer in the internet stack is called as message. Okay, so the PDU for the application layer in the internet stack is called as message. So the correct answer is message. And go to second question. So second question is, which of the following is are examples of stateful application layer protocol? Okay, stateful application protocol. So what is, we have four answers: HTTP, FTP, TCP, and POP3. Okay, so correct answer is C. So what is the C means? Second one and the fourth one. So second is a FTP and fourth one is a POP3. So explanation, the stateless protocols. We have two protocols. One is a stateless protocol and another one is a stateful protocol. So stateless protocol is here not require the server to retain the session information or status about each communicating the partner for the duration of multiple requests. So each request is treated as an independent transaction. So because of it's not required for the server, that is for stateless. Then next we can go to stateful protocol. The stateful protocols require the keeping internal state of server. So a protocol that require keeping of the internal state of the server is known as stateful protocol. Okay, we have four protocols. So what are the means? HTTP, FTP, and TCP, and POP3. So first one is HTTP. So HTTP is a hypertext transfer protocol. It is a stateless protocol. So why we are calling this is a stateless protocol means because of no information are maintained by the server. This is for protocol. Because of already we said that the stateless protocols are not required for the server. So that's why it is stateless protocol. And then FTP. So FTP is a file transfer protocol. It is a stateful protocol because of it remember all the log files corresponding to the client. So everything should be remembered. So that is a stateful protocol. And then TCP. TCP is a transfer control protocol. It's not an application layer protocol. So TCP works at a transport layer because it is only works for transport layer. So transport layer means transmitting the data sender to receiver side. So it is not storing the application. So whenever we can use that time only we are accessing the data. So otherwise not storing, not reusing the data. And then POP3. So already POP3 is a post office protocol. So the post office protocol is a client server protocol in which email received and held by the internet server. It is a stateful application layer protocol. Because of we are sending the data from source to destination means each and every data should be stored in the client side. So it is a stateful applications. So therefore option 3 is a correct answer. That option 3 is option 3 is second one and fourth one. So second one is a FTP and fourth one is a POP3. So FTP file transfer protocols is a stateful and the POP3 post office protocol is a stateful. So the statefuls are FTP and POP3. The next question. Question number 3. Which one of the following is not client and server applications? Oh, we have a 4 answers: internet chat and web browsing and email and ping. So the answer is D, ping, because of the ping is the name of the standard software utility. It is used to connectivity either between client to client or client to server, because there is not a client server application. Each and everything should be client and server application. If internet chat means we have a one sender, one receiver. So each and every sender and receiver transmitting the data from source to destination. And then web browsing. So web browsing also we have to search the number of information and also gathering the information from the web browsing. So if it is email, sending the email means it's the best example of SMTP. SMTP means simple mail transfer protocol. It is used to transmitting the data from source to destination. So it's also one of the client server application. But a ping one is not a standard software utility. So that's why the answer is ping. And then go to next question. So question number 4. So question number 4 is a direct questions. Protocols are set of rules that govern. Number of answers is given here. So we have 4 answers. The first one is communication, and second one is standard, and third one is metropolitan communication, and fourth one is bandwidth. The correct answer is communications. The communications is an explanation. A protocol is a set of rules that governs communication between computer and a network. These rules including guidelines that regulate the characteristics of a network, including access method and allow physical topologies, types of cabling and speed of data transfer. So the set of protocols, the set of rules, the set of protocols are some core protocols of the computer networks. It is used whenever we can send the data from source to destination means, so transmitting side, okay, whenever sending the data source to destination, that time we are used for some network protocols. So that network protocol is a communication. Next, question number 5. So in one of the pairs of protocols given below, both the protocols can use multiple TCP connections between the same client and the server. Which one is that? It is a GATE previous question, 2015 questions. We have 4 answers: HTTP, FTP, and the second one is HTTP, Telnet, and third one is FTP, SMTP, and fourth one is HTTP, SMPT. Okay, the answer is A. So A is a HTTP and FTP. HTTP and FTP is a hypertext transfer protocol, and FTP is a file transfer protocol. That the HTTP and FTP protocols can use multiple TCP connections between the same client and the server. So FTP use data and control the connections, so used to with a separate TCP connection. Because of maximum the TCP connections used to transferring the data, transmitting the data of packets should be delivered in the FTP. So hypertext transfer protocols and the FTP is a number of TCP connections between same client and the server. So the answer is HTTP and the FTP. Next, question number 6. So question number 6 is, which one of the following uses UDP as a transport protocol? GATE 2007 questions. We have 4 answers: HTTP, Telnet, DNS, and the SMTP. The answer is DNS, because of the DNS is used to IP address. So the DNS is domain name system. Next is the application. It is one of the application programs called a library procedure called the resolver passing name of the parameter. So if it is a resolver means one of the sender sends the data from receiver side. So at that time DNS server is mapped on number of IP address. So the answer is C and DNS. Next, question number 7. So what is the question? The transport layer protocols used for real-time multimedia file transfer, DNS and email respectively are. So what are the answers? It is a GATE 2013 questions. The answers are TCP, UDP, and UDP and TCP. UDP, TCP, TCP and UDP, UDP, TCP, UDP and TCP, TCP, UDP, TCP and UDP. So which one is the correct answer? Means answer C. Because of UDP. UDP is a user datagram protocol. It is used to TCP. TCP because of TCP is a transmitting the data from source to destination. At the same time, so maximum it is as a library function of some reserved the datagram protocols. So UDP stands for user datagram protocol. Next, the real-time multimedia transmission TCP stands for transmission control protocol. It is used to secure and reliable transfer. So the answer is UDP, TCP, and UDP and TCP. And the question number 8. So which of the following transport layer protocols is used to support electronic mail? So it is a GATE 2012 questions. So what is the question? Support electronic mail. So which transport layer protocols is used to support electronic mails? So if it is electronic mail means SMTP. So SMTP is a simple mail transfer protocols. Wherever we are sending the electronic mail, we are using the protocol is SMPT. So the answer is A, SMPT. Next mention, simple mail transfer protocol is a transport layer protocols that is primarily used for support electronic mail. Next, question number 9. So let the size of conjunction window of a TCP connection be 32 kb. When a timeout occurs, the round trip time of the connection is under milliseconds and the maximum segment of size is used in 2 kb. The time taken by the TCP connection to get back to 32 kb conjunction window. We have 4 answers: 1100 to 1300, 800 to 1000, 1400 to 1600, 1500 to 1700. So answer is A. So we will see the explanation. We have a data. It is a given data. Maximum segment size is, so maximum segment size, round trip time is 100 milliseconds and the conjunction window size is 32 kb. So we have a formula, threshold CWS. CWS means conjunction window size. The conjunction window size are divided by MSSS. MSSS is maximum segment size. The calculation of threshold equal to conjunction window size divided by maximum segment size. It is equal to 16 kb. So 32 divided by 2 equal to 16 kb and the number of round trip equal to, so maximum value is 12. So the 12 minus 1 is 11. The total time to taken is 11 into 100 microseconds. 100 microseconds means round trip time. So round trip time equal to 1100. The time taken in milliseconds by the TCP connection to get back to the 32 kb conjunction window in 1200 milliseconds. The correct answer is option A. So 1100 to in between 1300. So 1100 to 1300. So our correct answer is 1100. So the correct option is A. 1100 to 1300. So the chart will be shown here. Slow start phase, transmission segment size. So number of segments. So number of transmission, overall 12 transmissions there. Next number of segments. So number of size. If it is 1 means, so multiplication of 2. 2 means 2 into 2 4, 8, 16. So that's why coming here. So if it is finally 16 means 16 into 2, 32. So 32 kb. The 32 kb it's a CWS. The CWS is a 32 divided by 2, 16 kb. So the total transmission is a 12. So 12 minus 1 equal to 11. The 11 into 100 equal to 1100. So 1100 is a correct answer of option A. Thank you. I hope the understanding of this concept of TCP/IP reference model. We'll see in this next section. Thank you. Thank you very much.